Morning one.
You said it's a good morning.
Yeah, it's good morning. What was that?
Sounds like someone's driving too fast.
I think I heard a car came flying out of nowhere.
That's crazy.
I think I ramped off the freeway and went right into another car.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Tommy's Tesla Tech and Travel.
Yeah.
Charlie and I are just enjoying the brisk morning. You know what brisk means? It's a little chilly, huh?
Yeah.
You cold?
No. I have my jacket on.
You do have your jacket on. And what's on your jacket?
Me.
That's right. Because we're where?
In San Diego.
No, we're at Disneyland.
Whoa.
And we can prove it by giving them the view from our balcony. And there it is. There's Guardians of the Galaxy. You see Matterhorn in the background. It is
Daddy.
nice, especially when it comes to the fireworks. All right, we have a lot of stuff in store today. You saw Dana Popper head out. We're about to head on over to get breakfast over at the Grand Californian, go to the park, and then I have the Main Street tour today, which I get to go see Walt's apartment, so I'm super excited. Well, without any further ado, let's get started. And as we make our way over to the Grand Californian, I thought I'd show off my shirt a little bit. It's a list of all the things I'd like to accomplish for the birthday trip. However, I'm realistic. Probably not going to do a lot of them. Just thought it'd be fun. And chances are I'll probably be wearing some sort of garment to keep me warm today, so no one's going to see it anyway. But hey, next stop, Grand Californian. And like normal, these guys are really excited for today. Well, the magic is finally over. I said, we're going to go have breakfast with Mickey. Henry's like, he can't eat. It's just a mask. Oh well, it lasts longer than I hoped. Huh, Hen? Yeah. That's funny, they spelled home wrong. Well, the Grand Californian's apparently locked down like Fort Knox now. We used to be able to walk up and in. And if you haven't seen this before, it is absolutely beautiful. We were actually going to stay here for a night, but we opted to stay in San Diego for 2 nights. And breakfast time, just got our text, let's head in. So I'm really looking forward to this. We've actually eaten here before, we ate here for dinner, and it wasn't a character experience. And to be honest, we weren't a huge fan of the food selection last time we were here, because it was mostly like fish-based and we're not big pescatarians. So this was now a breakfast buffet that looks phenomenal, and it's a character breakfast too, so we should have some friends popping around every now and then. And it's just a beautiful place to eat breakfast at. I'm totally starting off light. But then again, I've definitely been watching what I'm eating, but I think today is going to be some cheat days. Charlie, who's that?
Mickey.
Mickey! My guys are hoping they can get a picture with you. Is that okay? Look, we're going to get in there? Thank you, Mickey. We appreciate it. Guys, say thank you to Mickey. We had a celebrity sighting.
What?
It was Mickey. I feel like there's somebody over my shoulder. I know, I'm getting old, but I'm still not too old for Disney. Except with the annual pass raise, and maybe it's our last one. Come on, buddy, let's get a picture, guys. Let's all look at the camera here. Let's do this one first. Oh, there you go.
And look at Minnie.
Say hi.
Hi.
Uh-oh, guys, you want to get a picture of Pluto? All right. Say something, I don't know. Thank you so much. Oh, time for Disneyland. So Storytellers Cafe was a lot of fun. A little pricey. It was about $65 per adult, $32 per kid, and I'll say we definitely did not eat enough to justify that, but the character interactions were top notch. Probably the best ones we've had at any of the Disney character interactions, breakfasts or dinners we've been to. And to get into actual downtown Disney, Disneyland Park through their security through Hotel California was awesome. I'm a little spoiled by that now. It took about 30 seconds, so that was really cool. But all that's done, now it's time for Disneyland, and I got my walking Main Street tour in about 4 hours.
Get this party started.
Let's get this party started. That was unsolicited. That's my favorite moment of the trip so far. The weirdest part about today so far, though, is this is the first time in all the years we've come to Disneyland we're not rope dropping. I guess it's pretty close, though. It opened 4 minutes ago, so I guess we can still count it. Yeah, we'll count it. And there it is, the famous Disney scrim. Only downside to this time of year, because they're doing a lot of refurb stuff, like, for instance, Small World, Henry's favorite, is under refurb, so well, we didn't ride that today. The person that got us into the park right now at the ticket booth was really nice and sweet. He asked me if I was old enough to drive yet, because he saw it was my birthday. It's been the last time for a while we see that. Aw, sad face. So we'll make the most that we can now. Time to go hit Main Street, USA. Later today, when I go for my tour, it's gonna be right over there next to City Hall. So if you ever decide to do one of those, make sure you know where you're going, because it would suck to show up late and not be able to take the tour. Now the big reveal. Nothing better than the first big reveal on the first day. And there's Christmas decorations up. Yay! And by popular demand, the first ride of the day, Buzz Lightyear, Astro Blasters. Charlie doesn't like this ride.
I do.
All right, Henry, time to save the Galactic Empire. To brag or anything, Daddy got his highest score ever. The slow down and stop helped me out when I got the 10,000 one. But yeah, a little over 300,000, yay! I was asked us if the magic bands are worth it, just for the fun little interactions, but if you're only gonna come here once, don't bother. But if you come here often, they're worth the investment. And by popular request of Henry, we're gonna go on Star Tours. And what I'm hoping is to be the rebel spy.
Don't insult me, but with a strap. We're close together, not too close. All right, folks.
Are you excited? Henry, once again, I am not the rebel spy. Hey Henry, what'd you think of Star Tours?
Good.
You good? You like that ride now?
Yeah.
That makes me happy. I love riding it with you. Although we weren't the rebel spies again. Never, ever the rebel spy. Right now, Charlie and Dana are riding this ride, but I can't do the submarines, way too claustrophobic. Plus, we just got off Star Tours. So now we're gonna do on my favorite ride, the potty. Ready to go find the potty?
No.
Wait, it's not a ride. While Dana and Charlie are on Finding Nemo, we're gonna go over and see if we can jump on Pinocchio's Daring Journey. I'm not gonna do a lot more recording between now and my tour because I don't want to kill the battery, and I also want to make sure I have the microphone working as well. Granted, I won't be able to record on the tour that much, but I want to get what I can. Might as well go try and save Pinocchio.
Look out!
Alright. If you've ever wondered what it looks like when they have to clean up puke on teacups, that's what it looks like. Teacups were fun for the kids. My eyes were closed most of the time, but if you're watching this video, if you go over to our Instagram, I actually live streamed it from my Meta glasses. Oh, here comes the band. Oh, Henry, describe it to me. What does it taste like?
Good.
Oh, okay, just good. I know what you're talking about. I did not take one bite of a churro. I did not. One bite. We've been talking about taking the boys on this forever and just have not yet. And for once, we got time. We're gonna do the treehouse. And look, all the water wheels are working. Last time I was on this, it was still the Swiss Family Robinson treehouse. Henry, Mama and Brother ditched us. It's a heck of a view. Although Henry's saying he's scared of heights. Oops. So the kids basically blazed through the treehouse as quick as they could. And I just remember there being a lot more to it back when it was the Swiss Family Robinson treehouse. Oh well. It was still fun. Got my cardio in for the day anyway. A lot of stairs. When you just want to chill and relax and make sure you get on in a reasonable amount of time, the Enchanted Tiki Room. You like the Tiki Room?
Yeah.
What's your favorite part about the Tiki Room?
They sing.
The what? They sing? Oh, that's true, they do sing. Apparently I'm very ill prepared for this trip. I did not charge my extra battery. This camera's already down to 50%. And I did not bring a USB-C cable to plug them in to charge. Oh well, so I'm gonna preserve battery life for the tour later. But right now, we're gonna do the Sleeping Beauty walkthrough because A, nobody ever does that, and B, everything's like a 15-minute wait right now. So let's go do something that requires no wait time. And look at the castle. It's already done up for the holidays for the most part. Change of plans. We're actually going to the Royal Theater for storytelling, apparently. I mean, not completely done up yet, but enough where, well, Christmas is starting. Which reminds me, we still have to start shopping for Christmas. Ooh. So a fun fact about this I just learned, I show it every time we come here as I just love the aesthetics of it. This was actually a gift from Walter Knotts to Walt Disney. I did not know that. Don't remember where I learned that, but I just learned that recently. Oh, food time. It's time for the Haunted Mansion holidays. Not a huge fan, but enough of a fan I'm still gonna go on it. Don't get me wrong. I prefer the OG one, but Jack Skellington's starting to grow on me.
The mouse, the stockings, all hung by the chimney with care. Children nestled all snug in their beds.
There it is. All right, break number one today. Dana and the kids are going back to the hotel, and I'm getting ready to take my walking Main Street tour. Super excited for this. We've had a couple of rough patches so far today, so hopefully this goes well. I have no reason to think it wouldn't. Bribery bus has been procured. They're going to head back to the hotel room for a little while, and I'm about to go jump in line in a second. And I'm going to get in line for that. Heading back to the park right now, and I had a lot of fun doing the Main Street tour. Was there a lot of new information that I learned? No, but to be fair, I am a Disney head, Disney file, so most of it was like some regurgitated information. I mean that in the most positive way possible. Our tour guide, Nick, was phenomenal. He oozed positivity, and that's always a good thing in these situations. But I have to say, seeing Walt's apartment was one of the coolest things I've ever done in a Disney uniform here. Like, just seeing that, knowing it's the original stuff, like, it was cool really literally walking where Walt walked. Now, what could be improved on the tour? Well, one, I would say make sure before the tour gets started you give like guidelines for the tour, like where you can record, where you can't. I knew all the places going into it. I knew where they were, but that doesn't mean they knew that I knew where they were. So I took a picture of something that was just on Main Street, and they stopped and basically kind of singled me out, not in a bad way, just, hey, just so you know, you can't record or watch because of intellectual property stuff, but we encourage you to take all the pictures you want. I was like, I know, I'm not really recording. But it kind of made me feel like, oh, I'm being singled out amongst this group. The other thing is, I think it was really cool that they removed the stanchions from Walt's apartment where you could actually like go around and look at everything in depth and actually get like the detail to it. So that was super gnarly. Was it worth the money? Yes, and as much as if you've never done anything like this or didn't know a lot about the history of Disney or Main Street, it was totally worth it. For someone like me who was a big history buff when it comes to Disney, it was all information I already knew. There was a couple cool things I learned, like the street lamps going from gas to electric was really cool. Other than that, it's all stuff you can look up pretty easily. But we're heading back to Disney right now to close out tonight, and we're heading to hit the bus. Little pro tip, if you're staying over at the hotels off property, the Good Neighbors, if you're close by to the Disney parking lot, Toy Story parking lot, just ride the buses over. We're back at the hotel now. It's actually a couple days later. I realized I never actually recorded an outro that night. And I wanted to recap a couple things, and some things happened since then. In the last 2 days, I didn't record as much because I wanted to just spend time with the family. What I did record, I think is kind of fun, but I realized it's all over the place, and both of my cameras actually gave me a few issues. My GoPro, when we finally got on Tiana's Bayou, spoiler, we forgot to ride Tiana's, it decided to like spaz out right before the first drop. And when I finally got to work again, I quickly like disassembled, put it back together with the battery and everything. It actually somehow got into time lapse. So like the big drop and everything, which I was really excited to record and show you guys, ended up being in time lapse. So I'm seeing what I can do to try and make that footage salvageable. And the video that you're gonna see next on the channel, I believe, is our first attempt at actually trying to ride Tiana's, which was me going back and forth 4 different times. And then when I finally got on, I was like super excited. I was on the loading dock, one of the next people to go, and it went down again for the rest of the night. That was my luck. We had a total of 6. I went back and counted. I thought it was 5. It was 6 attempts at riding Tiana's Bayou Adventure with 2 separate like queues that we were in. It was kind of nuts. But back to the Main Street story and the Walking with Walt, the Main Street tour, and going into Walt's apartment. I've thought about it more, and I've had a few more days to process. The entire tour was 100% worth it just to see Walt's apartment. Like, to me, that justifies kind of the cost for it, which I'll put that over here so you guys can see what that would be. And we just got the announcement too that we could actually upgrade the boys' tickets to Magic Keys like myself and Dana have, like the ones that Dana and myself have. However, I know I've mentioned it a couple times throughout these videos. We have opted to not renew our passes this coming February. And the reason being is we want to go out and do more adventures and explore more things. And we always feel obligated to come to Disney because we have those passes, and it's like, oh, we already have the passes, we might as well utilize them. But there's so many more things in this world to see. And every time we've tried to buy the boys tickets in the past, as you've seen in previous videos, it always ends the day we decide to do it. Like, all right, we'll do it tomorrow. Next morning we wake up and the keys are no longer available. And just to get theirs, it'd be an additional $484 a piece to upgrade them each to a magic key. That puts us back into this vicious cycle. And that cycle being, we'll have the passes and we'll feel obligated to come back to Disney on a regular basis. Which, I mean, we enjoy Disney. We plan on coming back again in the near future. But I don't want to have that feel of obligation to do it. Especially when there's so many other things out there to explore and do. This was a fun first day. The last couple days had a lot of fun, but also had a lot of stresses as well. I can't wait to show you guys the rest, but I got to see how well I can edit those videos. The footage from today was just all over the place. I recorded with my DJI, recorded with the GoPro, recorded with my phone. The GoPro had the most important stuff, and I decided to have a moment, let's say. But I have to say, the audio that I got from my GoPro today with just the media mod, first time I ever actually used it out in the wild, it was actually really good. And guys, I'm ready to actually go to sleep right now. And it's barely 8 o'clock local time. Let's see. Hey, Guardian's right there behind me. All right, guys, thanks for taking the ride with us. Let's take the ride again soon. Hopefully this video is watchable. Henry had a couple of really cool moments. I'll try to fit them into the next video. He's been such a great big brother, trying to encourage his brother to do new things, trying to, tell his brother, I'll protect you, things like that when he's a little scared of rides. Because there's lots of rides that Henry's afraid of too. But I had a discussion with him that, sometimes you have to be willing to take the things you're scared of and face them head on. And he stood up outside of Goofy's Sky School, because that's one of the ones he was afraid of, and he said, and I'm quoting here, "Daddy, I'm ready to face my fears." And he hugs me, and we had a little moment. And then we got on Goofy's Sky School, and we both immediately regretted it. He's like, "I hurt my back." I was like, "I hurt my back too. Let's never do this again." But now we've tried it, so we can say if we like it or not. Today was a different story. They both flipped out on Pirates of the Caribbean, but Henry actually requested to ride Haunted Mansion and Millennium Falcon, and we got to both be pilots. Hopefully I'll have that video footage to show you guys later too. I haven't checked to see if that worked yet. I really hope it did. I don't want to have lost that. All right, guys, thanks for taking another ride with us. Let's take another ride again soon. Bye-bye, everybody.